Hey all, welcome back to another NV Creations coin roll hunting video. This is part 5 of box 2 of pennies. We got our last 10 rolls to check through, see how we can score up this one, add it to our points, and see where it comes out to equal with box 1. Haven't been finding a whole lot of good stuff, but we have been finding a few things here and there. I know on the last hunt we found quite a few I forgot what they're called. Found quite a few 2009s. It was a good run. Hopefully we can see where these score up and maybe find a wheat. We didn't find any wheat in the last one. Actually, the last hunt we only found one Canadian. The hunt before that is when we found everything. So get this box going, see what we can come up with. Hopefully find something good. I score everything from 82 to 59 as 1 point, being copper. See if we can't find some of them. I save all 1984s for my piggy bank because that's the year I was born. I save 24s. See how many of those we can get. I make rolls of those to sell on my website. Foreign coins are worth 2 points. 2009s are worth 3 points. If we find a wheat penny, that's 10 points. And so on. So we'll see what we can come up with. So far we've just found a couple of coppers for the collection. Hopefully we can find something good in here. It's been kind of rough going on the last few hunts, but we're finding stuff here and there, getting stuff for our collections. Hopefully we can find something good. Some dirty pennies in this bunch, but we're still pulling stuff out, so it's always a bonus. Hopefully we can find a good one in here. There's an 84. I'll set that aside for my piggy bank. Hopefully one day I can retire off of what I've saved. We'll see. Have fun doing this nonetheless. It's always fun searching through coins, seeing what they can have hidden in there, what people have thrown back or not saved in the past. Finding a few copper, but not a whole lot. We find something other than copper, but so in that first roll, looks like we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 copper pennies and an 84 for me. So roll number 1 is going to come up with 9 points. I'll get this cleaned up and we'll move on to roll number 2. Alright, well, we'll dig into roll number 2. 9 points on roll number 1. Not too bad of a start. Almost a 2-digit roll. But nothing super fancy. Well, this one's got something good in there we can pull out. Not sure how many more penny hunts I'm going to be able to do. I'm having a hard time getting a hold of pennies anymore, but still pick up a few rolls here and there when I go to the banks, see if they eventually make ourselves a box to search through. But I'm not real sure if I'm going to be doing penny hunts anymore. Box wise, I might just throw them into a random hunt here and there. But we'll see. See what comes of it. So far we found a couple copper pennies, one 1982 that will weigh up at the end of this hunt, see if it's copper clad. Usually pretty easy to tell if they're copper clad when you look at them. This one I'm guessing is going to be copper because I'm not seeing any zinc where they're on the worn edges, so pretty good chance of it being copper. There's a 2024 we'll hang on to, throw that into a roll for put up on the website if somebody who's interested in buying them. I looked through all the 2024s I had, and every one of them is a Denver mint mark. I haven't found a single Philly. I have found them in the past because I've put them into my collections, but seems like every one I've got right now are Denver. So if you're looking for a roll of Denver 2024s, check out my website. See what I'll throw them up there when I get a roll made. There's another 2024. So in roll 2, we got 5 copper confirmed, 1 or 2 2024s. We'll throw this 82 up on the scale here, see what it comes out at. Got 3.2 grams. That's going to be copper. So we're going to have 6 points on roll number 2. Get this cleaned up and we'll move on. Alright, dig into this. We're at 15 points so far on this hunt. Hopefully we can get up into the 100-point range. Got a nice mix of color in there, so hopefully there's something good. 75, that's an older one, we'll hang on to it. There's a 2024. So we are getting stuff for the rolls. 1980. 77. Nice red 77, that might be an upgrader for my book. 60. 80, it'd be nice to find a weed in here. $19.59, close to wheat but not quite. A while since we pulled a weed out. 1980. $79. That's an 82. Weigh that one up. 73. Got a parking lot coin here, been scraped up pretty good. 2017, so junk penny. 65. 81 doesn't look too good for wheats. Oh, wow, look there. The last one we got was his Professional Life 2009 Denver. It's a little dirty, but still worth 3 points on the hunt. Not half bad. We'll get our scale out real quick and weigh up this 82. It's going to be a copper one, so that's nice. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 copper points in one 2009. So we're going to get 15 points on roll number 3. Not bad, double-digit roll, so that's doubles what we got for points so far. I'll get that up and we'll move on to roll number 4. Alright, roll number 4 here. I just checked, and box 1 had 642 points total. Right now we're at 417, so we got 225 points to catch up to box 1, which I don't think we're going to get that many in the last 6 rolls, or 7 rolls. You never know what we come up with. We might find something super fantastic in this roll, these last few rolls, that are going to bump our score way up. But it's not looking the greatest, but we'll keep on searching and hopefully find something good. Must have spoke too soon. We're not even getting any points quite yet. There, we'll start off with a 77 to give us 1 point. There's an 82 to weigh up. $2008, not quite a 2009, but a lot of them out there. A lot of newer stuff in this roll. $78. That'll put us at 2 points. Pretty quiet roll. A lot of 2010 era stuff, 90s stuff. There's a 77. That'll put us at 3 points. 71. Another 71. Pretty quiet roll. 5 confirmed copper and 182 to weigh up. We'll see what we can get on this one. Gonna be copper there, so 6 points on roll number 4. Not the greatest, but we're still getting stuff out of these rolls, so we'll move on. Right, let's dig into roll number 5 and see what we can come up with. Be nice to get something good out of it, you know. Hunting's probably going to start getting tougher on these pennies with them not making any more, and everybody's going through the older stuff, pulling out the goodies. Still fun to see what we can come up with, right? Let me know in the comments if you guys are having troubles getting pennies right now from your banks. A lot of 80s stuff in this one. It's 90s. '63. It's an older one. There's an 82. A lot of toning on that one. Notice an abundance of 2008s in these last couple rolls. We're pulling a few copper out, but there's an 84 for me. And our last one, 88. So get this 82 weight up, see what it has for us. Looking copper to me, but you never know. See, glad. So we're going to come out with 8 copper pennies and an 84 on roll number 5. Not the greatest, still haven't found any higher pointed coins, just that one 2009. So we'll get this cleaned up and we'll hit the second half of our hunt. Alright, let's see what the second half of this hunt is going to have in store for us. Roll number 6 here. Still working on trying to figure out the best camera mount and stuff for my situation here. This one seems to have a little bit of sway to it, so I'm not sure it's going to last too much longer. Start off with a couple of copper. 77. There's a 2024. A lot of early 2000 stuff, but no 2009s yet. $1960. Not the greatest of rolls. Looks like in roll number 6 we're just going to get 4 points on a few coppers. We got our 2024 to throw into our collection. Another Denver. So we'll move on to roll number 7. Well, as of roll number 6, we're at 48 points on this hunt. Definitely not going to hit that 225 more points we needed to beat roll box number 1. So let's hope we can get something good out of this and score us a little higher pointage. Not going to do much good on a box average. $1968. Pretty decent shape for that one. There's a 2024. I did pick this box up piecemeal. I had to get $5 in pennies at a time. That's all the banks would let me grab. Picked them up from 2 different banks over a couple of trips in, so not the greatest, but 69. We did find a few wheat pennies in here and a few 2009s, so we are pulling some keepers out. There's an 84 for me. Gonna have to broaden my bank list up to get them from some other locations. think I do have 5 banks that I can, for one company, and I think 2 from another that I can go get coins at without having to open up more bank accounts. So, well, roll number 7. We're going to get 5 points for the 5 coppers. We found one more 2024 and a couple 84s for me. So 5 points on 7. Get this cleaned up. We'll move on to 9. Realize I said we'll move on to roll 9. We still got to go through roll 8 first. Hunt's not over yet. Let me know if I should keep doing hunts with my 2-year-old. I don't know if you guys enjoy seeing the clips pop in when I have him sort through coins with me, open up the rolls. He certainly loves doing that. Try to keep him interested in it. Start a new generation on coin collecting and hunting. Got a 2024 there. $78, that's pretty shiny for $78. I do check all of those copper pennies with the ones I got in my book, see if there's any upgraders before I throw them in my copper dump box. I've only got a handful of coins left that I need to fill my collections. Here we got ourselves our first foreign coin, a Canadian. It's going to be a nice 1959. Still looks to be in pretty decent shape. A little wearing on her, but you can still see her crown. So that's a good 2-point keeper there. Not bad. I do enjoy finding Canadian coins, even though they're absolutely worthless. To Canadians, at least. None of the stores up there accept pennies anymore, but they can still take them to their bank and have them put into their account. The 2005, I thought that was a 9 for a second until I flipped it over and saw the Lincoln Memorial. So, all right. Well, in roll number 8, looks like we got 5 copper pennies, our 1959 Canadian penny, an 84 for me, and 3 2024. So we're going to get 7 points on roll number 7. Not too bad. A little variety, thrown in a Canadian there. So I'll get this cleaned up and we'll move on to roll number 9. Well, let's dig into roll number 9 here. We got 2 more left on the hunt. So far we found one 2009 and one Canadian. 55 copper pennies. So we are getting something on the score. We'll start off with a 74 and a 78. So that's a good start to this hunt. Was a good start. Kind of turned around on us real quick there. Hopefully it'll turn back around. 83, that's not going to be copper, so we'll throw it back. There's an 81. 81. A couple copper pennies in here, but it'd be nice to find something a little higher point than a copper penny, but still points on the board. It's a 77. I saw this from the back side. We got a 2009 Denver. This one's going to be his formative years. So there's a 3-point penny. Almost said dime. So that's fun. 1980. This is turning out to be a pretty decent roll. There's an 84 for me. Doesn't look like it's going to be our highest scoring roll, but one of the higher ones on this hunt. And another 84. This formative years is in pretty darn good shape. Nice looking 2009. That'll be 3 points. And then we got our 6 copper pennies. So we're going to have 9 points on roll number 9. Ties for our second highest roll on this hunt. So I'll get this cleaned up, throw 9 points on the board, and we'll hit that last roll, see what we come up with. Alright, let's see what our final roll of the hunt and box has for us. So roll number 50. Hopefully we can go out with a bang here. Not a lot of dull copper in this one. 1980. Guessing it's going to be a lot of early 2000s and 90s in this roll. '79. '78. Runaway 22 there. There's an 80. 66. Thought that said 77, but it was 97. There's a 78. '79. I'm finding a decent amount of copper in here. 80. Let's find a, come on, let's get that wheat penny out of here. 76. 80. 80. Our last one's just going to be a dirty 2012. Well, not the greatest end to the hunt, but we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 copper pennies. I'll throw that in real quick and get us a score. So this hunt is going to score us 80 points. We needed a lot more than that. 225 points. But in the hunt, though, we did find a nice formative years, 2009. Mediocre 2009 professional year. Our 1959 Canadian penny. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8 2024s and 72 copper pennies. Not the greatest. The box scored 467 to box 1 642, so we were quite a ways off. It's going to lower our average, but still had a good time doing it. If you guys are interested in any of these coins, I will have them up on my website at nvcreationsmontana.com. If you enjoyed watching this penny hunt, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Share it with your friends. Get it out over the platform. I will be putting up check the website for 2024 rolls if you're interested in buying any of those. Comment, let me know what's going on. If you guys don't want your comment public, you got a question you want to ask me, hit me up at nvcreationsmontana@gmail.com. I'll get back to you. We can chit chat. But on that note, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.